Good afternoon, creator. How are we doing today? It's a gorgeous day in Omaha, and I hope you're having a great day, and happy May Day. I remember taking our kids around with the May Day baskets, and oh, I just loved creating different and unique little gifts or baskets for the kids. It was so much fun. Did you all do that when you were young, or do it with your kids still? It's a fun tradition, and I highly recommend it. I'm gonna get my page shared to some groups real quick, and then we'll start chalking. As it says in the description, we're going to talk toiletries, but really we're going to talk bathroom signs. We're going to chalk bathroom signs. So that's what we're going to do today. Fun little project to do. So, share this in my VIP group. If you are not a member of my VIP group and would like to be, as long as you are not a designer, Couture designer already, you can become a member of other of Couture designers VIP groups. So I have one where I'm offering, I offer a little, I call them retreat kits. So they're little kits for creating a little Couture project. You're going to get a transfer, a surface, some paste, a mini squeegee, and embellishments to decorate your sign, or yeah, they're mostly signs. So if you'd like to check that out, you can comment VIP or just join the group or whatever down below in the comments, and that will happen. Yeah, so I actually have I have a few more kits left. Maybe I can grab them real quick. Where are they? Right here. They're more handy than I thought. I have 2 of these banners, and with that you're going to get storm paste. You can put paste on a fabric as long as you don't have to wash it. So you get storm, which is a dark gray, a mini squeegee. You're going to put on worry less, love more, and the embellishments will be strips of ribbon that you will put into a bow, and then some hanging metal, antiqued, rusted feathers, and that all hangs on a twine like that. So that is one kit we have in the VIP group, and since it is at discount, I can't tell you the price until you are in the VIP group, so check that out. The other one, I have one of these left. This is on a 10-inch square chalkboard. Get that. I don't have it right. There we go. Again, you're going to get 2 colors of chalk paste, white and eucalyptus. I did the white in the Goodnight and the eucalyptus in the Always Kiss Me, which you can do however you want, but that's 2 colors of paste you're going to get, plus the mini squeegee, some cut ribbon to assemble the bow, and a couple, there's 2 of them here, metal arrows. They got all tangled up. Let me get it right. There. And some metal arrows to hang with it. So that is another kit. Of course, you'll get the transfer, Always Kiss Me Goodnight, which of course are reusable, so you could have another surface ready and make another project while you've got your paste out. So those 2, plus I have some board and base kits. This is the board and base, and I've got one of a kind, I should say one of each's. There's a little video you can watch of these. The TGIF thing, or This Grandma is Fabulous, is sold out, and as is the Chill Out, the popsicle one is sold out. But all of these are still available. You can watch the video on that. Again, you will get the surface, embellishments, chalk paste, mini squeegee, and the transfer on those 2. So those are cute little kits. Those are great for kids or to give as gifts for kids or adults, graduates, Mother's Day gifts. The kits are awesome for that. So think of that while you're trying to think of something unique to get mom for Mother's Day. Always made May Day baskets in grade school. Oh, of course. Yes, that was always the thing. The thing to do. All right, I think I got everything shared. So today is May 1st, so exciting things are happening with Couture again. We opened up the vault, and they brought out 3 retired transfers to purchase for a limited time or while supplies last. And one of them is let me just pull up some pictures. It's lemonade. It has to do with lemonade. And the other one is about anchors. And then the boho floral. So we got the lemonade, the anchor one, which comes with seashells. You see it there? And this comes with the mason jar, lemons, all kinds of stuff. These are big transfers. And then anchors, and then the boho flowers, which is good for watercoloring. So I just ordered the boho flowers because I didn't have that one. I don't really do much with seashells and anchors here in the Midwest, so I don't have that. Never bought that one, and I probably won't get it. And I already got a couple other lemon ones, so I'm still debating about the lemonade. That was perfect if you wanted to make a lemonade sign or stand for your kiddos or grandkids, like to do lemonade stand outside this summer. That would be a fun thing to do with them. So anyway, those are available on the Chalk site, which is chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose, which is where you can get information on all the products, all the Chalk Couture products. You can purchase them there. You can join our Club Couture, and that new Club Couture just came out today. It is, looks like this, Love Conquers All. And that's what you get if you join. If you would join Club Couture today, you would have the option to buy this because technically your subscription starts in June. So you would have the option to buy this one. And you always get 3 paste packets for $19.99 a month, free shipping once you start your club transfer every month. So that is on the website also, and also how to become a designer. It's a great time to become a designer if you want to start a little side business, or you just love to craft and create and want to enjoy that discount. Now's the time to join. All right, let me get this set up over here. Oops, I always put one of these little rubber pads under there so it doesn't fall off. Alrighty, so we are going to make some bathroom signs. Where can I set that? Out of this transfer. I'm sure it's called Freshen Up. It's a cut apart, so we actually can make 4 signs out of this. So we are going to do 4 signs. So I'll show you what I'm doing. What I think I'm going to do anyway. Sometimes plans change as I create. So, okay, just going to pull that transfer. We always keep our packaging. There's a little sticky envelope. You want to open that up. Don't cut your packaging. Just open up the adhesive end so you can slide your transfer back into it when you're done. And let's cut this apart. So it says Freshen Up, fresh soap and water, 5 cents. Hand towels are free. And Hello Sweet Cheeks, which is really cute. Maybe you want to put that by the toilet. Hang them all in a grouping. If you have a larger wall. These also would work, these smaller pieces would work excellent on this board and base. Keep in mind, you can put it this way. It's two-sided. This way or this way. So these smaller pieces would fit on those. It would also fit on the board and pedestal. Oop, I dropped my pedestal. Grab that. I guess my peg wasn't in the hole. These are also, can go either direction. Horizontal or vertical. Let me get my peg in there so that doesn't happen again. There we go. Okay, so those will all fit on there. But I'm going to do a hanging series. So we're going to use we're going to use our box frame. This is another Couture frame. These are, if you go to the website, you can go back to click on surfaces under shop, and or you can view the catalog, but if you go right to shop, go to surfaces, you'll see all the surfaces listed there. The box frames, this is the 5.5 by 7.5 is $9.99. And we also have little palette signs, the same size, for $9.99. So any of those would work. There's the board and pedestal stand, that's $19.99. And the little board and base is, I think, $7.99. Yep. So all those would work in these smaller pieces or size A transfers. But I want to show you this. These come brown wood, framed, and they have our awesome kind of a whitewash finish on a lot of our products have this whitewash paint on it, which is awesome just as is. You can also paint those if you want a different color, or just stain them, whatever you want to do. And you can also design on the back of these. So there's no hangers, which is good because if you do want to design on the back, you don't have to mess with removing a hanger or anything. But you can definitely add a hanger, or a lot of people use the command strips, Velcros. You just stick them on the wall and they'll stick there until you're ready to move them. So different ways you can hang those. But I wanted to show you how I taped off the center and painted the frame black, inside, top, and outside. And that's what I did there. I won't bother painting the other one. I am going to use two of these. I'm going to put the soap and water on the bigger one, and then I'm going to do hand towels. You could either do it, I think it'd be cute that way, and Hello Sweet Cheeks this way. So, or I'm just doing a black, white, and gray thing. This is why I painted it black. If you want to leave it just in the farmhouse brown, that's fine too. Either way. And then the Freshen Up, we're going to use Couture's, this is like repurposed cupboard door look. Let's see what they call that. And we have a new price on those. A lower price. They call it Reclaimed Drawer Front. They used to be what? Is this the new price? Let me see. I can't remember if this is the new price or the old price. Yeah, it was $24.99. I think it's gone down to $19.99. Let me look. But now it's yeah, it is $19.99. So they actually went down in price, which is awesome. So now you can get those for $19.99, and they are a nice, heavy, solid piece. All of our frames are. I mean, you cannot beat this quality at any craft store, and you're not really going to find the finish on a craft store plain either. They're going to be unfinished, and they're not the quality. So they're a really good deal for the price. So this is another thing that you can apply the hanger to, or just lean it up on a shelf if you don't need to hang it. But you can apply a hanger on them. And we're going to do a little bit of painting on this and chalk that Freshen Up. So I'm going to remove the paint tape off of this. I just want to show you how I taped it off. Good afternoon, Tanda. Happy May Day. If it makes a difference. It's just another day. Just another day in paradise. Alright. I'm also going to do a little bit of shadowing today. I think a lot of the, back in the day, the vintage signs had this shadow effect. You can kind of see it on this piece. Then you can make your own shadow effect. And we're going to do that on the little ones. So you chalk one color and then you lift up the transfer, and then after it dries, lay it back down and move it over to the left or to the right, just like an eighth to a quarter of an inch. And then you chalk on a darker color and you're going to have that shadow effect back behind it. So I'm going to show you that little trick also. We'll put that one in there. Little sweet cheeks and hand towels. And I can go ahead and even chalk this first, and then after it dries, put that painter's tape on and paint the frame too. So it doesn't matter which you do first, but it's kind of easier just to have it done. I'm going to do the hand towels for you. I'll say that for that one. Because this, just the word towels is what I'm going to do in the shadow effect. I'm not going to shadow the hands or the free, just the towels. So I'm going to put it on first and do the gray just for the towels. And then when that dries, we'll put the thing all back on and put on in black. Okay. I'm going to grab my fuzzing towel. Since this is a brand new transfer, I'm going to put a little bit of lint on the back so that we can lift it up off the surface easy. Okay. Usually at this point is when you want to make sure, if you did have a hanger, that you have a hanger to the top. But I don't on this piece, so I don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I'm going to put it a little bit to the right so that, I mean, there's hardly any difference, but I'm mainly just going to do the towels in gray. I haven't got my paint out or my paste out yet. We'll use, there's either grayish or storm. Storm is darker than grayish. I'll just use grayish. I feel like I have a lot of it in that container. Alright, let's get it mixed up. And we're going to want our black ready also. I think you're one of my favorite. Oh, thank you, Lori. One of my favorite designers. Alright, so we got our paste ready. And you want that to be in a soft yogurt. Not a thick yogurt, but a nice soft yogurt. Probably the kind that aren't as healthy for you as the thick Greek yogurts, but just like that. As close to that as you can. And like this has tiny little lumps in it, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be super, super smooth, because when you squeegee over, it'll press out, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so we're just going to do the towels in the gray, and really, I'm kind of debating going back to the darker gray. I feel like there's not much contrast between this gray and the actual background of the frame. So let's go, I'm going to change my mind and go to Storm, which is a darker gray. just to make sure we can see it off of this it's kind of an off-white background to the box sign, so I think we'll have a better contrast with it. Okay, so just the towels. And even if you kind of went up onto the hand or something, you're going to cover that all with black anyway, so have no fear if you go over the edge a little bit or into that screen area on this particular piece. Okay, let's pick this up. And there's the word towels. Now we want to dry that. I'm just going to stick this over here while we dry this. Use your hair dryer on a cool setting. Hi Lori. 2 Loris watching today. 3 Loris watching today. Usually it's Vicky. I always have lots of Vickies. But today I have 3 Loris. Hello, hello. Thirsty. You can kind of see when it starts to, the shininess of the paste, the wetness starts to go away. I used a heat gun, so, which I recommend necessarily. Cool air works just as well, but the heat gun is quieter compared to my hairdryer, so that's why I use it when I'm doing a live. But then it can heat up your surface, so I don't think that's always the best thing either, to go right into another layer, because you want everything to be, you don't want it to be hot. So I'm just going to cool it down. Alright, let's put this back on, and I'm going to offset it ever so much so you can see the shadow of the gray peeking behind the black lettering. So I'm laying it back down right on top, and then I'm going to shift it to the left, maybe an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. And keeping it in the same plane as far as up and down. I'm just moving it over. I'll show you here in a second. Just want to get everything lined up. And I'll press it down, but I'll make sure you can see that, how it's offset just a little bit. I'm waiting for the delay on my end so I can see if I got that in focus for you. It's taking a while. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. Alright, so I'm going to press it down really well. Even right on top of where I just chalked. Make sure all the air pockets are out. So we have a nice crisp print. I'm going to take another mini squeegee in black and go over the whole thing. And we'll have a peekaboo of the gray underneath. Now, remember to skim down your extra chalk paste. Skim it down. I like to try to see so that you can see the silk screen through the chalk paste. So try to get down. And then you kind of want to smooth out any overlapping squeegee lines, because they will show up, especially on a large print. Okay, so now you can pick this up. Always try to pull straight across, straight down, so you're not stretching out your fabric, your silkscreen fabric. So evenly across. Okay. And I'm going to lay that in my water. And now you can see the shadow underneath the towels. Again, waiting on the delay. So I have to hold it up here a while, making sure you can see it okay. And that just makes it a little bit more extra special than cutting vinyl, right? Can you see it? I'll make sure you can see it. You can see the shadow there a little bit. Okay. So that's pretty neat, right? And that just needs to dry. And since Sweet Cheeks is the same font as Hello, I would do the same thing on here. And I will go ahead and do it even though we're still on a brown frame, because I can still put my tape over this and chalk out. I think I'll do it this way. Chalk or paint the frame even after I've already chalked. So we'll go ahead and do this one too, just to show you. I should have had both frames painted, but I kind of wanted to show you what it looks like unpainted. And it will be super cute even with if you want to go with the brown theme instead of a black and white theme. So it doesn't really matter. You could even paint this green or navy blue or whatever color you want. Okay, so I'm going to put it just slightly over. And I'm just going to do the Sweet Cheeks in the gray, just like I did with the towels. And then we'll have that same effect on the same fonts on both pieces. That way they coordinate if they end up in the same bathroom. Because these will probably end up being for sale. I don't have, well maybe I do have a space for them in my bathroom. In the toilet closet area. I could put them. I already have other stuff hanging in my bathroom. Okay. So let's lift this up. Got a chunk of paste in there. And I feel like I got it on my fingers. I'll lift this one up too. And let that dry. And then we'll put it back off slightly to the left and do all in black, just like we did the other one. Cooling it down. Alright, and we'll put this back on slightly to the left, just like I did the others. Making sure it's straight. Yes, you can chalk again on top of what you already chalk on the transfers already there. I didn't wash it. You can do that 2 or 3 times before you kind of need to wash it. So, especially if you skim down really well, you won't have a lot of chalk paste stuck in it. little bit more. Alright, remove extra, put back in a jar, and lift your transfer. There we go. And put that in water to wash. And I keep forgetting to show people how to wash transfers. There's that one. It looks cute in just the brown frame too. But I will probably end up painting a black, so these kind of are matching set, where they coordinate in the same bathroom. So, super cute. You can see the shadow on that one too. Make sure. These are cute, just cute fonts. Make cute little signs. So, just hold it up there. You can kind of see the shadow. I feel like it's not focusing in really well, but okay, so those two are done, other than painting that frame black. And then next we're going to move on to, this is a found surface. So what does that mean for me? It means I got the sign at a really good discount, and I painted over what was on it. So I already painted this black, and I'm going to use white on this. So we're going to bring in the white theme. So we're going to kind of have gray, black, and white as our color theme. And I just had an idea of using maybe a border around it, just to jazz it up a bit. So I'm going to grab these borders. I'm going to grab my smaller borders. They should be right here handy. I love borders and patterns. There they are. This is the small package of borders. So I'll probably chalk on the sentiment first, the text first, and then pick out one of these borders. Probably this one. Probably just the lines. And we'll just put them in here. And I'll cross them up here in the corner. And that way. Like that. So we'll do that too. And let's get a white ready. I'm going to put the lid on this grayish. I don't think I'm going to be using it at all, so put that away. Alright, let's find the white. Bright white. That's the top. Always check. Hi, Mary Ellen. Thank you for the sprinkle. Hello, hello. We're making bathroom signs today. I just made two. I took our Couture's box frame, 5.5 by 7.5. I painted the border in black, which I will also do on this one. I just tape off the inside so I don't get paint on it. And then I did a little bit of a shadowing effect with the font in the towels and the sweet cheeks. So you can go back and watch that and see the shadow of those two fonts. And now this is a found surface that I'm reworking into this bathroom sign. I am fuzzing my transfer on my lap, on my cloth here. That puts a little bit of lint on the back so it's not quite so sticky, and it lifts up off of our surface with ease. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and just put this on. I need to raise it up just a smidgen. You can see how sticky that is still. pretty sticky. This I'm not going to do any shadowing effects because it doesn't have that font on it, and just making it look a little bit different. It's got, this font is kind of the same, but that's about it. I'm just going to do this all in white. Should be like super easy. Just squeegee over. Make sure it all is filled in, all the silkscreen areas. And then remove excess, smooth out the squeegee lines. Put it back in our jar. And this will be done. I got my jacket. There we go. I'm going to lay that in the water. And then let's dry this, and we'll put that little cute little border, double line border around it. Here, here, here. And we're just going to cross them at the top and the corners. I think it'll look really cute. So let's do that. So much easier than vinyl. We didn't have to weed anything. A lot of times our transfers have that vintage worn look already built into it. So that's super cool. I was able to do that shadow effect. Pretty neat. Move to maybe the multi-tool, teeny tiny squeegee on the end, just to go over these lines with ease. I will fuzz this a little bit, but I've used it a lot, so that's probably not overly sticky. And there's a wider line and a skinny line, and I think I'll put the wide line to the outside. And then if I just put the edge of the transfer right up to the edge of the frame, then I'll know I'll always have it in line. And I am going to take it all the way to each end. And we'll do it on all four sides. Just a little something special on this frame, on the side. I guess I need to get a little more paste on my squeegee. Alright. I'm going to pick it up and move it to the opposite side. Make sure the wide line is on the outside. And set it right down in there. Press it in. Same thing. Now I want to make sure those are dry before I cross over, because I'm going to lay it like that. So I'm going to dry. dry, then cool it down. This metal really picks up the heat. It's galvanized. You can feel it. Alright. Put these in here. One more time on the top. It's starting to lose a little bit of its crispness of print because it's the silk screen's starting to get full of paste. Let's push it. So we gotta work quickly. It's drying in there. Otherwise, if I had washed it, and it would have had super crisp image, but it's okay if it's a little worn, not quite as sharp as the others. There. All right, put that in the water and get the paste off my fingers. Let me grab a wet wipe. Hi, Casey. All right. That was really soapy. Okay, so we got that one done. All right. And now let's set this right by my water. Got a little sprinkles of water on it. That one, and then this one I left in the brown, but I will paint the frame black just like I did with this one. And so we got 3 done. Now we need to go on to the 4th piece that came in that transfer. I better set these over here so I don't get sprinkled water on them. That one, that turned out cute. Just a little extra using that border makes a difference. So fun. And put these away. Now we're going to use the big reclaimed door, Couture surface. That's $19.99. Customers have fixed rate shippings. I think it's $6.95 or $6.99 on no matter how much you order. So that's because these are heavy. So that's a good deal to get these shipped to you for only $6.99 plus whatever else you buy. All one per shipping. Okay, so we got this, and we're going to use this on it. I would love to be able to shadow in all that shadow, but that's a lot of detail because it has this built-in shadow. So I think I'll still just do it all in black, but what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to paint this edging in here gray and this outside top area in black, which will take some time, but let's go ahead and just chalk this on here. And because that'll be pretty, it can be pretty just by itself, but I kind of want to bring in some gray color to it. So I think if you paint this part in gray and this part in black and this part stays this white, it'll look like a double matte look. You know, when you used to frame prints and you double matte them. So I think that might be kind of cool. So let's see what it looks like. Yes. We're working on our 4th piece if you're just joining. I'll show you my others in a little bit. This is a brand new transfer. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to put some fuzz on it from a terry cloth towel. This is our fuzzing cloths. One side's microfiber fabric, the other side is terry. And terry works really good for fuzzing. So I'm going to just lay it on there a couple times. That just helps the transfer be not so sticky and able to come up off the surface easier. Sometimes you can just fuzz on your clothing too, like if it's a smaller piece, just press it on your shirt or your pant leg. But I really need to clean my towels because I'm getting dirty lint on them. Okay, so if you had a hanger, now's the time to make sure that your top, these don't come with hangers because you can attach your own hanger, whether you want it vertical or horizontal, and or maybe you just want it to be a shelf setter. So I'm just going to do this all in black because I'm going to put my, like I said, I'm going to put the gray in here, and I'll probably just tape off this side of it and just put gray in, and then if it goes over, that's okay because I'm going to cover this all back up in black. So we'll try that. So I'm going to grab this is called the small squeegee. This side is called the mini squeegee. The next size up is the 4-inch, but I don't think I'll need the 4-inch. I can just do it just like this. Get some more on there. Put it on. Don't be shy about just blasting it over it, and then you skim down and take your extra off. So if you got too much on there, now's when you want to skim it down with your squeegee. Like you can go like that. Just don't drip it on your frame. You can see all the extra that's coming off. Just put it back in your jar. I'm just going to move that right there. And that way you're not throwing it down the drain and wasting it. You'll have plenty for another project. Okay, so we got it skimmed down, put our extra back in the jar, and now we're going to pick up our transfer. Just like that. Super easy. Again, this is going to go in my water. And we just need to have that dry. And I'm going to put all this paste away because the next thing we have to do is paint. Because you could just leave it like that. I mean, that's really awesome if you want just sharp, plain, simple farmhouse, then that's your way to go. But I'm just going to paint the frame out in black and gray so I can have all three colors in the pieces. So it's a good idea to scrape the sides of your jars down too, down into the jar with all the rest of the paste. Otherwise it's just going to dry up on the sides and get hard and crusty. So try to get it down in there as much as you can. And we wash all our little tools and our transfers in just water. Let them air dry. We'll put the transfers back on the backer sheets. The sticky side of the transfer goes to the shiny side of the paper. There's a dull side and a shiny side. So you want your sticker to stick on the shiny side so it comes off easy again. So I'm going to use my coal black fusion paint. And for gray, I'm going to have to use some craft paint. Which gray is what I'm going to do first. So let me grab, let's see how much gray I got here. This is, I guess it is gray. kind of a gray brown. I call it medium gray. This will probably work. Charcoal. Trying to decide which shade of gray to use. But we're going to want to put some painter's tape around this edge. And that. So let me show you the other pieces again. This was the box frame. It comes with the brown stain frame from Couture. I painted it black. And then we put these two. I'm going to paint this one black too. So those will be matching. And I kind of did the shadow effect on the words towels and sweet cheeks. So I did it in gray first, and then I offset it and did everything in black. So it kind of has a gray shadow effect on those. And the other one I just finished in the galvanized frame. So all these transfers came in one big sheet, and you just cut them apart, with the exception of these lines. That was from a different transfer. I just added those on just to kind of frame it out more. So these kind of all coordinate in the same grouping, or they could, I mean, I will sell them separately, but they could be the same grouping. So I'm just going to take this off. And say how far down to go. And then I'm going to paint this gray and then the rest of this in black. Kind of give it a double matte look. You could also distress this more, sand it more, stain it a little bit darker. After you've chalked, you could do all of that too. There's lots of things you can do with these surfaces. Probably should have just used scissors. Could have gotten a nice sharp edge. There we go. Two more sides. So what's everyone doing today? Chalking? Baking? Getting ready for the weekend? Anything exciting going on this weekend? I think we're going to be painting at my daughter's house. They're painting all their woodwork and doors. And I think they're ready for the doors to be painted. So really my job will be to watch the 1-year-old. I'm hoping. No, I like to paint actually. And this end. Then we'll start with the gray. get these curvy corners. Okay. This was the paintbrush I used with my black, but I think I can get it kind of cleaned out enough. We'll see. I don't know why I'm whispering. No need to whisper. Okay. Like I said, if it comes out into this area, that's okay, because it's going to be covered with black. So, let's see what this looks like. And my brush is kind of wet. Actually, it's very wet. Maybe I'll switch to a drier brush. And it doesn't have to be that big. And with this inexpensive craft paint, you know, it's pretty thin, so actually it's looking more like a wash than a solid paint. You'd have to put lots of layers of paint to get that solid. But that's okay. If it's not solid, I don't care. Try not to get too many brush strokes in it. I'll probably use a little antique wax over, or I call it antique wax, but dark wax over it, possibly to dirty it up some more, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what it looks like when it's done. And this way. Alright. It looks pretty good. Just going to smooth that out so it's not like a definite line where you can see after we put the black on. So, blow dry. Completely dry, but I think we'll be alright. I'm going to raise this up on some jars of paste. getting stuck to the cardboard. And then having it on this sheet of cardboard makes it handy that I can turn it like this. Okay, get all this stuff out of the way. Ah. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Fusion Mineral Coal Black. This paste is almost a one and done, like you can get it almost one coat, maybe two in some areas. So let's paint the edge now. I'm just going to try to stick on the very top plain and then come around the edges too without taping off. So we'll see how it goes. Gotta have a steady hand. Too much right there. This paint's like butter. Just getting the edges here. Anymore. Sorry, you have to watch me paint. Or you don't. You can just be done if you want to be. Trying to decide whether to leave it sharp and crisp black or distress the edges. I think both would be fine. And some people like the crisp black and white without the vintage of distress. You know, if it's more solid, it kind of gives it more of a modern farmhouse look versus a vintage farmhouse. So, but if you distress, it kind of hides the imperfections. Oh, I'm not getting it right up to the edge. I'm getting there. Oh, look at all the black on my gray. That's what happens when I try to get fast. Again, I'm whispering. When you do delicate work, you have to whisper, apparently. I don't know. Okay, one end. And then it definitely has to dry a while. So we'll probably be done. Try and finish it off with what paint is in my brush without adding more. As you know, there's a lot in that brush. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put that in there. So, it could probably use a second coat because there's some lighter areas. Unless I want it to look vintage, then I would leave it and just sand it a little bit. That was good. I'm not really being sarcastic. Shouldn't have put my brush in the water so fast. Okay, guys. So we got this, which isn't quite done because we're going to have to let it dry, and then I gotta decide whether to distress it or clean it up better. Even with these, I could distress these too. So we have that with the shadowing effect on the towels. Same here on the word Sweet Cheeks, it's shadowed with gray. I'm gonna paint this black to match so they all coordinate. And this one could hang by the sink too. So they all go in the bathroom. It's fun, fun. Little bathroom. I don't think I've ever done signs for bathrooms. I've never had any of the transfers. So thanks for chalking with me today. We're gonna let this dry and decide what I'm going to do, if I'm going to distress it or leave it or antique it, all of the above. Who knows? So watch for the photos later after I get them all set and ready to go, and I will chalk with you later. Bye bye.